higher percentage of retirements we've seen over the last couple of years in the pandemic. And did you have any specific strategies for us to re-attract those that have left the workforce back into the workforce? We can all see the stock market not doing so hot these days. And is there a way for us to better entice those that have a extensive history in the workforce back to work?
Yeah, that's a great question. The question is, people left the workforce over the last 2 years because of COVID, very real reason, or to take care of family. Well, what you're going to find out, so first of all, you got to remember that we're not trying to get everybody within 30 miles of Appleton to come to work for us. You need 4, right? So we got to stop thinking that we're writing a job ad for everybody. And so the people that want to come back to work, I would use a tagline at the top that says, have you seen too much of your family in the last 2 years? It's time to come back. Right? So everybody's job starts with being unhappy, and if that person wants to be home, there's nothing you can do to drive them back in. But I know for a fact, out of the 250,000 people in the greater Appleton area, which is where we are with the greater Fox Cities area, that there are 4 people who desperately have been at home. They've been doing meetings by this, right? By Zoom or by e-meetings, and they don't really want to do it, but they have no idea how to be engaged. And that's why it's so important for you guys to attach to the idea in the presentation about changing lanes, right? Remember, changing lanes is this idea that we're going to invite people from different industries to tell them that they'd be a great fit for our industry, even though for 40 years our job ads told them not to even try to make this change. And so 2 things. Number 1, if you've seen too much of your family, it's time to go back to work. And number 2, if you're unhappy in one of these 4 industries, and that's why you disconnected from work, you list the last 4 industries people left to successfully come to yours, and you say, if you left one of these 4 industries, you'll have a great career with us. Come ask us how we know. Because remember, good job ads are about creating questions, not answering them. Because if we create a question, the only way they can answer that question is by coming to talk to you. Does that help?
Thank you, Chris. It is about 9 o'clock. I think to be respectful of people's time, we need to wrap it up pretty quick here. Perhaps we'll have one more question, which I think might open a whole other presentation, but we'll ask if you have any quick hits on this one.
All right, I was just thinking in kind of combining the current workforce that we have and the efforts to recruit the new workforce. Sometimes we're doing those bonuses and we're giving them a higher wage coming in. But the current workforce says, hey, I've been with you forever, I'm not getting that bonus, it took me 5 years to get to that wage. How do you make sure that you balance both sides together?
Yeah, it's a great question. When I get along, we call that wage compression. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is think about not adjusting wages for everybody inside the organization upwards, because every time you give somebody a wage, you now have that wage grows on itself year after year, and you're committing to it. I want you to consider giving longevity of workforce bonuses on their anniversary date instead of raises. So, somebody's been there, they're making $18 an hour, and you're now hiring people at $17 an hour. My suggestion is don't go from $18 an hour to $20 an hour, unless that fits your model, unless that fits your business model. But instead, you can say you've been here 5 years, we'll give you a 50-cent raise, but we're also going to give you $250 for every year you've been here. So you get a 50-cent raise and a $1,250 bonus. And what you'll find out is that people really value bonuses because they create something called an emotional anchor. They usually do something with it. They take a trip, they take their family out to dinner. And so even more than a raise, that raise, small raise plus a bonus, demonstrates that you're grateful to them for their loyalty, that their time with you means something, while still acknowledging that we have to keep wages in a certain band. So think about your own self. When you get a 2.7% raise, that's nice, but you don't go out and buy a new car, you don't buy a new house. But if you got a $3,000 bonus, you would plan a trip to Dollywood or Disney World or that vacation that you and your spouse never took. And so that's how I've suggested people handle that across the country.
All right, thank you, Chris. I think we are pretty much at time, so thank you very much for joining us today. In pre-recording as well as live for some Q&A and a little bit of personalized stuff here. Do we have a round of applause for Chris?
Great jobs, and my people, I want you to always remember, there are people in jobs they don't want to be in because nobody taught them how to find it. You've got to tell them, with your advertising, how they fit and why they fit. If they see themselves in the job ad, they will come to you. If you have questions, just give me a call and write an applicant. I mean, I'm on the road almost 200 days a year, but I'd be happy to talk with you. And thank you very much for your time. And I would wish you luck, but you don't need luck because now you have the process. All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We greatly appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you at our next third Tuesday happy hour at Marks Eastside. Have a great day.